Hi kids, it's Bunny again with another junk journal, and this one I call Shabby Bouquet, and it's got a lot of flowers and nice things like that in it. It's hardbound. It's very chunky, so it was hard for me to pick up. I don't know, I just went crazy. And pretty little girls on the cover, fabric cover, and a little silk sash holding it together. Let's see if I can get this in the frame properly. Someday I'll learn how to make these videos better. You would think, having been a TV producer, I would do better. Okay, inside the front cover we have a lace side pocket, and it's got a little itsy bitsy teeny weeny envelope, and inside is a little foreign vintage stamp, and it's a journaling card. All journaling cards are blank on the back, so you can, of course, journal. And a tag. All tags are blank on the back, also for journaling. And I have a little note to the owner of the journal explaining what a junk journal is and how it can be used, if that information is needed. And as we go on, we have a little pocket with a pretty cabinet photo. This lady. And journaling card. And a tag. And here's a piece of authentic, there it goes, vintage ephemera. This is something from the treasurer's office in South Dakota. It's a receipt. 1893 is the date, and it's authentic. All the ephemera, vintage ephemera in my book are authentic. And I've got lace on some of the edges, as you can see. Coffee dyed paper throughout that you can write on. It's a doily. Here is some vintage music. It's from a children's learning about music book, and you can see it's a very good student. She got gold stars, he or she. Here's some handmade paper. Some ledger paper, and in this vellum pocket we have a pretty journaling card and a vintage photograph, someone sitting in the shade. And here's some more vintage ephemera, a little trip ticket, and of course a tag. And we have little clusters and other little things throughout the book. This is a page from a vintage Creole cookbook, which I use a lot. It's probably from the 20s or 30s or 40s. I don't know, but it's pretty old. And here is a page from Edith Holden book. Pretty pictures, pretty lettering. And here is the vintage sheet music. Ain't gonna rain no mo. The flowers won't like that. Speaking of flowers, here's a piece of vellum with flowers on it. Love vellum, it's so crinkly. Here's a vintage a page from a vintage book. I believe it was 1897. I've got two vintage book pages from two vintage books in here that are both 1897. And in this tuck, journaling card, and a tag, and some more vintage ephemera. This is some stock in All Car Instruments Incorporated. That's 1967. That's not that long ago. Not for me, anyway. And more vintage book page. Here's some more vellum with pretty flowers on it. More vintage sheet music. More of Edith Holden. More cookbook. In this tuck, there's journaling cards and a little teeny weeny envelope, and I believe it probably has a vintage foreign stamp in it also. And here's Massasoit Cigar Manufacturers receipt, 1939, and ledger flip out, more of the children's book. It's a little fabric ruffle. Here's some sheet music, very large sheet music, so I had to fold it in. And here we have another vintage photograph of some ladies having a garden party, having a good time. And a unique journaling cards and a tag. More handmade paper. Here's a little vellum, not vellum, but glassine bag with a little journaling card and another vintage photograph of some children. 1947 is the date on the photograph. And here's a little pocket with a little journaling card. Sweet little bird. I just love that card so much. And page from a 1887 book. And here's some more journaling cards. And here's a coin envelope, and inside I put some vintage ephemera. This was from an S&H Green Stamps book. And here's some more vintage ephemera from the Schofield Corporation receipt. I'm not sure of the date, but anyway, as we continue onward. Oh, and also, well, I'll get to that when we get to that. Here's a little fold down. You can fold down and write. Have extra room for writing on it. And here's some little fabric samples clipped on there. There's another little pocket with a little journaling card in it. Very sweet. There's another glassine bag with a vintage photograph, some girls lying on the lawn, and a journaling card. In this tuck, there's a beautiful journaling cards and a tag. More from the Creole cookbook. More sheet music. Vintage sheet music. Tuck that in there. Here's just a little flip up that you can write in, and it's got a journaling card in it. This is a really chunky book. Here's Friends. Vintage photograph. Here's an envelope, and it has a little journaling card in it. And a journaling card. And a tag. Here's some vellum with flower on it. More handmade paper. More Edith Holden. I'm rushing through in case this cuts off. More sheet music. Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo. There's a pretty journaling card. Another one. And a little teeny weeny envelope with a teeny weeny little foreign stamp in it. And some coffee receipt, 1922. More vintage book page. There's another fabric ruffle. Some more pretty journaling cards and a tag. Edith Holden. So pretty. Vellum. Here's a lace side pocket in which I have a little mini journal. Oop, upside down. Little mini journal. And this is a hand-painted picture. I don't know who did it, but I discovered it in my vintage hunting and thought it was pretty. There's some more journaling cards and a tag. I don't feel like I'm on camera. More vintage book pages, handmade paper, more journaling cards. You kiss yourself in the mirror, don't you? Of course you do. And a mini envelope and more vintage ephemera from a pharmaceutical company. 1919 is the date on that one. And my back's really starting to get to me, because I'm bending over this camera this way. But we'll soon be finished. A little ticket. Here is a little envelope that has I put a used tea bag, glued a used tea bag to it, and it has a beautiful cabinet photo of this lady, and it's got a raised oval in it. It's really neat. Here's another side pocket with another upside down miniature journal that you can put notes in. Here's a tea-dyed square doily glued onto this little bag. More journaling cards, a tag, and that brings us to the end, where we have more journaling cards and another upside down miniature journal. They'll be right side up. Put it back together. And another little envelope with a cute little hand-drawn bunny. Not drawn by me. And that's it. That's the journal. Shabby Bouquet. And I hope you'll visit my shop and learn more. Thanks. Bye-bye.